In this video, we are going to learn about DHCP configuration. So what is DHCP? DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Control Protocol with port number 67 and 68. The main function of DHCP is to automatically assign the IP address to the client. And we also have DNS with port number 53. DNS is also called as domain name system. The main function of DNS is to resolve the host name to IP address. Let's begin with the lab and verify the configuration of DHCP and make sure that all the clients connected in our network has got the automatic assignment of IP address from the DHCP server. Let's take two of the PC and connect it to a switch, and the switch has been connected to the router, and the router has got an interface to the switch with the network, which is 10.10.10.0 network. And we have a reserved 10.1 IP address for our router. So first of all, uh, we will go ahead and configure IP address on my interface over here and turn on the interface, because right now you can see that it's in shutdown status. So we will need to turn the interface on, and then we will configure DHCP on our router. So let's go to CLI and go to enable configuration. So the interface that you see here is fast Ethernet 0/0. Now I take the same with IP address 10.10.10.1 with subnet mask 255.255.255.0. And we need to ensure that you turn on this interface. So I give no shutdown. And you can see that the status has been changed to up. The line protocol on in this interface, fast Ethernet 0/0. So we now need to configure DHCP. So first of all, I would like to reserve a certain group of IP addresses on my DHCP router so that I can assign it to devices such as printer or a fax machine or any device that I want specifically to be reserved, and then give a DHCP pool. And here the DHCP pool name is MyLab, and assign the IP network. Okay, just assign the network with the subnet mask once you configure your DHCP pool. And then definitely you will need to give the default router. And in this case, the router um, has got 10.1, and I have taken the router interface itself as my default router, and then assign DNS server. So at the moment, we have not assigned any DHCP on the router. And if you would like to just check, you will um, see that there is 169 range of IP address, which is called a PIPA. And if you would like to check it, you can see the IP address, which will range from 169. Yeah. So DHCP has failed because it has got automatic private IP addressing. Okay, and which we really don't want that in our um, production environment. And we will go ahead and then assign our IP address. So go back to your router, IP DHCP exclude this range so that we don't want any allocation of the IP address within this range, because 10.1 I want to reserve that for my router, which is my default router. And then let's keep it till 10.10, and then give a name for the DHCP pool. So we'll say my lab. and then, oh, okay, it's become MyLAN. I would like to use DHCP. Okay, so the name is DHCP pool, which is MyLAN. Just change that. If you want to change that, you can say IP DHCP pool MyLAN. Then give a name. So keep it as MyLab itself. So IP DHCP pool MyLab. Okay. Then give a network, and in this case, my network is 10.10, and I'm going to allocate the same 10.10.10. Zero network with your subnet mask 255.255.0 and default router, which is nothing but 10.1, the router interface itself. So 10.10.10.1 and DNS server, I'll keep it as 8.8.8.8. And that's all about the configuration. So let's now verify if you have got the automatic assignment of IP address to the host, which is starting from 10.11 onwards. So it's always assigned according to first come, first serve basis. So if you want to check this here and just request for DHCP, let's see, yeah, 10.12. Okay, and then there it is, it's 10.11. So PC5 has got 10.11 and PC6 has got 10.12. And everything remains the same. The default subnet mask is the same that you gave in the router for DHCP. The DNS server is the same, which is 8.8.8.8, and the default gateway is also same. For example, if you would like to now connect another PC here and see if you have got automatic IP addressing, it will take generally 30 seconds because of listening and learning when a switch is connected, unless you configure the port fast. And during this stage, if you want to still check what IP address, you will still see that there is a PIPA assigned here, and until this goes to a forwarding state. Okay, let's just wait for it to turn green, and let's just wait for that 30 seconds because we have not configured the port fast. Yes, so now let's go back and then request for DHCP and see what happens. So yeah, you can see 10.13. So 10.11 is assigned to PC5, 10.12 is assigned to PC6, and 10.13 is assigned to PC7. Now, if you want to see the DHCP binding and verify what is the range of IP addresses given to our client machines and the MAC address, you have a command here which you can verify. Just show IP DHCP binding. And here you can see the 3 IP addresses which are allocated. And the MAC addresses for both this, for 3 of these species. So 10.11, 10.12, and 10.13. Okay, so that's all about IP DHCP configuration on the router. I hope this video has been helpful to you all. See you in the next video.